You like my hay barn? It's not your typical hay barn, because that kind of barn would be a barn that you put hay inside of or under. That's a barn made out of hay. So we use that as decorations at our pumpkin patch, and then we use it as decoration here at the ranch, because as we're driving in to our place, it's really nice to see. It's really cool. And then we have like a big mural right there of a farm scene. So I have another hay barn that's only a year old that we've used at our pumpkin patch, but we're going to set it up here at the ranch because we're going to take video in front of it. It'll be a great background for doing videos with the animals and doing whatever it is that I might be doing. So let's go. We've got to get the Bobcat because I'm not quite strong enough to pick up those bales. So let's get the Bobcat. We're going to set up another epic hay barn. Yep, a real hay barn. That's the hay barn right now. Can't you tell? Look at it. Wait, look. Oh, there's some blue sky. Let's look around here. There you go. Look, you can see parts of it. We just have to put it all together. It's like building blocks. It's going to be so cool. Right over here, that's where we're going to put the barn. But in order to do that, we have to have a nice flat foundation for our barn so it doesn't tip over from one side or the other. So I got to come in here with the Bobcat first before we pick up those big bales, and I have to level out that ground so that it sits nice and level. Let's go. That? Those things like that are called forks. That is what we'll use to pick up our bales when we're going to build our hay barn. But in order to smooth the ground out, the forks don't work well because they just dig right through the dirt. So I've got to put the bucket on so that we can smooth out the dirt. That way our barn sits nice and level. So we got to take the forks off and put the bucket on. Let's try it out. So the forks and the buckets are held on by these little levers. See this right here? In order to get the forks off, we have to open those levers up so it unlocks the forks from the Bobcat itself. So we got to pull them up just like this. Now when I want to hook my bucket back on to the Bobcat so that we can use it, I have to push the bobcat forward so that this part goes right underneath this lip. See there? It goes right under there. And then once it's in, then I take that lever and I push it down and it locks it back into place. And then our bucket is hooked on and ready to go. Now that I've got it hooked on, I just have to push my levers back into place so that we lock the bucket in. And now it's ready to use. Okay, I think we've got a good level enough spot. Let's go get our barn, but first we've got to take the bucket off and we've got to put the forks back on. I got all the pieces and I laid them out. So it's like a big puzzle trying to figure out what pieces go where. So those are part of the top of the barn. Over there, that's the bottom of the barn. And that is the very tip top piece. So we have to figure out which pieces go first. Look, that part looks pretty much right. The doors are in the middle, barn pieces are on the side. We'll just have to put those together. These guys over here, they go on top of those. So I think they're backwards. I think that one goes on the left and that one goes on the right. No problem. I just need to know which ones to pick up first and put them in place. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to pick up this one right there first. Then that one will go next. Put it right next to that one. And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to pick up this one right there. It'll go on top of that. Then I'm going to pick up that one right over there. And it'll go on top of that one over on that side. And the very last one to go is the peak right there, and it'll go up on the middle. Now it's just like putting a puzzle together. So these bales are going on top, and in order to situate them so that I don't hurt the bales and I can set them down just right, I had to flip them on their end. So now I'm going to bring the Bobcat and I'm going to put it under here, and then we'll push the bale over so it lands on those forks. And that way when I pick it up and put it on top, I can maneuver it just right. is the new hay barn. Okay, it needs a little bit of a paint job, but that's fine. We're gonna do that a different day. That's pretty neat.